Coming up, Matt Fisher sits down with Hofstra's first Rhodes Scholar.
Amber Bianchi will be speaking to the Smile Jamaica Showcase organizer, an event to support Jamaicans affected by Hurricane Melissa.
And we get to hear about what Hofstra's very own students are up to as we approach finals and the holiday season.
All of that and more happening at and around Hofstra today.
Welcome back to Hofstra today. Lindsay, it's the end of the semester. We're getting there. We are.
Just back from Thanksgiving break, and now it's on to finals season.
It's so stressful right now, but the one thing that really took my mind off of it all was Spotify Rap Day.
Oh, what was your top listener?
Sabrina Carpenter, trap artist, of course. Huge Sabrina Carpenter fan. You haven't opened yours yet.
I have not opened mine yet. I had a big test this morning.
That had to be the focus.
Digital mapping. But we have a lot of things to wrap up today.
Yeah. On Friday, December 5th, Hofstra Hillel, the Center for Jewish Life on campus, will be hosting a breast cancer walk at 12 p.m. Make sure to come out and show support for such a noble cause.
Starting Friday, December 5th at 7 p.m., go visit the Joan and Donald Schaefer Black Box Theater to watch the Hofstra Fall Student Rep Showcase. Celebrate student work including acting, directing, and dancing, all from the students. The show will also be taking place December 6th and 7th, 2 to 4 p.m., and then again December 8th, 7 to 9 p.m. Tickets are free for Hofstra students and $15 for outside guests.
On Sunday, December 7th at 7:30 p.m., the African Student Association is hosting their mock wedding gala in the Student Center multi-purpose rooms. The event will have great food, dancing, exploring, and lots of culture. Tickets are $5 in advance and $7 at the door. More information regarding those ticket sales can be found on Get Involved HU.
And definitely go to the David S. Mack Sports and Exhibition Complex to celebrate the class of 2025 for the mid-year commencement ceremony hosted on December 19th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Congrats to all the seniors.
Bring your friends and come celebrate the start of the Hofstra holidays from 4 to 6 p.m. in the Student Center atrium. Gather for a quick reception in front of the Hofstra bookstore with performances and a viewing of the holiday window paintings, and then head across the Unispan for a viewing of the annual Hofstra Hall lighting ceremony. Hot cocoa and light refreshments will be served in the Hofstra Hall parlor at the conclusion of the lighting.
There is so much to celebrate here at Hofstra, including the announcement of our university's first ever Rhodes Scholar.
Matt Fisher joins Risa Nelson today to talk about this experience.
The Rhodes Scholarship is a highly prestigious award given to only a few students around the world each year. The award gives winners the chance to pursue postgrad studies at the University of Oxford in the UK. This fall marked a historic moment for Hofstra as biology major Risa B. Nelson became the university's very first Rhodes Scholar recipient. She was selected from a group of 9 finalists representing the Caribbean, and today she's joining me in studio to talk about the achievement. Risa, thank you so much for joining me today. This is, first of all, an incredible honor. You must be so proud of yourself.
I think I'm a little bit proud, yeah.
Getting into my first question, so you originally planned to go to medical school, but when you came to Hofstra, you changed your mind there. Why was that?
So growing up in the Caribbean, in my mind, if you wanted to be a biologist, like you wanted to be a doctor, right? Because those were the options that were really given to me. But coming to Hofstra, I knew that there was a medical school, so that's why I came. And then I knew that there was undergraduate research as well. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll give my hand at the undergraduate research. I joined the ISKIRDO lab, and now we're here 3 years later almost, and research is the thing now.
That is incredible. And you've done so much research here, obviously, on everything from seaweed biofuels to cancer cells. What ties all these projects together, and what do you see yourself studying at Oxford?
So what ties them together is my love of research and my love of helping people, serving people. So there's the biofuels. That's a project that I thought could contribute to the problem back home, where we're trying to find microbes that can at least take the seaweed that we have back home and turn it into biofuels. We're trying to find that. And then I realized, okay, I like research. So I did some cancer stuff in North Carolina. I did some stem cell stuff in California. I did some genetic stuff here and some molecular cell stuff here. So there's a lot of stuff that I have done, but at the root of it, what links them together is we have a problem, and how can I serve people by finding answers to these problems.
So you've just been everywhere solving every problem in the book. That is incredible. And obviously something that makes sense for a recipient of this amazing scholarship. Obviously, and you're also the second person from your home of Antigua to even receive this honor. So what does that mean to you and your community?
It means representation. I think it's really important to have somebody who looks like you, somebody who's have the lived experience, be at the table being like, these are the problems that we have, these are the solutions that we need, and having somebody to not only advocate for that, but actually push that forward. So that's what it means for me to be an Antiguan in these spaces. That's
absolutely incredible. And service and mentorship are a huge part of your life. So how do you see your commitment to serving others really shaping your future in your industry?
Service leadership is something that I've spoken about because for me, my faith, I'm a Christian, and my faith is really how I serve people. Like Jesus washed people's feet, so I can wash people's feet in my research, and that's how I serve. There's other ways of serving, like I do some middle school stuff, I volunteer at a middle school, I'm at my church, I sing at my church. I think this kind of service, it's a part of who I am, and everything I do is to serve, so that's
incredible. And I know earlier you were talking about, before the interview started, the beaches from your country and how that really influenced your decision to even get into like the seaweed area and biofuels area. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Okay, so in Antigua, we have 365 white sandy beaches, gorgeous beaches. But every year, we have a problem where the seaweed comes in. And it's not so much a problem when it's in the water, but when it gets beached, it's up on the shore, it rots. And that's an issue because it smells bad. The odor is really, our beaches, our tourism is a really big part of it. So there's a concerted effort with the region to find a way to use the seaweed. And freshman Risa was like, it'd be nice if I could also contribute to this problem. So what my project right now is doing is finding microbes that have the ability to take this really complicated seaweed and could potentially make it into biofuels. So we have a strain. I'm trying to catch it now. I was streaking yesterday in the lab. So hopefully we catch it.
Hopefully. Yeah. Thank you, Risa. Appreciate it. And as the semester winds down, many Hofstra students are working in overdrive to get everything done. Let's take a look how first years are getting through this semester.
Hello, I'm Mark Lucier, and I'm reporting from the Netherlands Cafe. And here they are hosting the First Year Frenzy. This is a great way for students to meet one another and get to participate in a bunch of great events throughout the semester right before Thanksgiving break. Now, can you talk about today and what this event really means to all these first years coming out for the first time?
Awesome. So as me and Simi are resident directors for the first year areas, our main concern really was making sure that our first year students had a nice way to de-stress, kind of compose themselves right before Thanksgiving break and have a good time to play some games and win some prizes.
It's fun to see our residents come to these events because they actually listen to us, because sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes they see us as like RDs, they're like, ooh, we don't really want to talk to them, and the fact that when we speak to them and they speak to their RAs and they're like, oh wait, I actually want to go to this event, and they actually come to the event, it just makes our day better because the work that we're doing and the hard work that we're putting in, and like you just said, the coordination that we did with OSLE, pays off. It feels great.
As you can see behind me, there's plenty of people still playing so many games here. I've had a wonderful time covering this event, talking with so many great students who are so excited to be here on campus and in the Netherlands Cafe. I'm Mark Lucier, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Mark. It looks like that was a lot of fun for all those first years.
We'll be back with more Hofstra today right after this break.
Have you ever seen somebody treated unfairly because of the color of their skin?
Do you guys know what it means to have white privilege?
What is racism and what do you think about it?
Talk to young children about what racism is, giving them the language to understand it. They can be disruptors. They can shape and shift culture.
We may not always know the answer, but we'll try and help you learn.
You don't have to have all the answers, but that doesn't mean we can't start.
Hofstra sports season is in full swing.
Let's go over to Jamie Yos with your sports update.
Hello sports fans, here's what the Pride have been up to. The Pride placed 11th at the Keystone Classic hosted by Penn State. Hofstra's wrestling team scored a total of 28.5 points at the Palestra on Sunday, November 23rd. Jake Slotnick in the 165-pound category placed 8th, going 3-3 at the event. Will Conlin in the 197-pound group placed 5th after beating Penn's Martin Cosgrove 4-1. In the 157-pound category, both Chase Haunt and Frank Volpe went 2-2 on the event. The Pride's next match will be at the David S. Mack Sports Complex on December 7th against Wisconsin. The Hofstra women's volleyball team lost the CAA championship to Campbell on November 22nd. It was a nail-biter, with Campbell coming out on top 3-2 and winning the last set 15-12. Nil Kayalp notched a career-best 27 digs, while Isadora Stagely had an impressive 20 kills and 14 digs for the Pride. The Pride's women's basketball team fell short in Puerto Rico for a matchup against East Carolina, losing 53-72. Alarice Gooden had a great game for the Pride, making it her 4th game having double-digit points with 37 minutes on the court. Ayen Anhui had a total of 8 assists on the game. An unfortunate loss for Hofstra will bring them home for the next 2 games against Fordham and Marywood on December 6th and 9th. The Hofstra men's basketball team took down the University of Penn this past Sunday 77-60. The duo of Cruz Davis and Preston Edmeade continued to lead the Pride, with Davis scoring 18 points and 5 assists, while Edmeade had 11 points and a season high with 8 assists. With that victory, Hofstra finished with a perfect 3-0 record at the Cathedral Classic. The Hofstra men's soccer team concluded their season this past Sunday, falling to Furman in penalty kicks. The game was tied at 3 before the Paladins advanced by a 5-4 margin in penalties. The Pride forced overtime, with Lori Goddard scoring 2 goals in 1 minute and 8 seconds apart. This match marks Richard Nuttall's final game coaching the Pride, ending his career with 364 wins, 264 losses, and 88 ties. I am Jamie Yost, and that's all for your Hofstra Sports Update. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Jamie. One of Hofstra's non-audition dance groups, Transcendence, had their annual Transcend Fest fundraiser.
Let's take a look at the fun activities, exercises, and experiences of those that participated.
Fall fundraiser event, Transcendence is the non-audition dance group here at Hofstra, and for our fall fundraiser we decided to put on a fun event where everyone can just come and hang out, and we have food, games, crafts, and we have a performance by select teen dance members who decide to show up and want to show out their skills. And then we're also going to be having people learn a dance if they want, so our Vice President Madison is going to be teaching a dance.
So it's really important for us, especially for this club in particular, because we're the non-audition dance group here on campus, that anyone can come and join us and just dance in any style, any level. It's just really important for us that people who don't really have like competition or extreme training could still come and enjoy the love and dance.
Me personally, I'm really looking forward to our little performance. I know it's just like a small thing today, but I just love performing with all these people, and they've become such a great family to me.
Dancing is such a freeing experience, and being able to show our creative processes and our art form in front of an audience just makes all this work so much more enjoyable, because we get to show it to an audience, our friends, families, peers, and it's just a really great experience.
This is very laid back. You can come whenever. You don't have to come to every single practice. So if you have a busy schedule, it's a great way to keep dancing if you've danced in the past, or if you've never danced before and you want to try it. It's very laid back, so all levels of experience are welcomed, and it's just a very good stress reliever, I think.
Looks like a great time. That was a lot of fun. I don't know. I'm not a big dancer. I'd be a little bit nervous, I
did
think.
a lot of dance in high school, and I was in Transcendence freshman year. I couldn't keep up with it with the schedule.
Oh, of course, but so busy, but
yeah,
so much fun.
I'm glad to see that great turnout, too. It looks
Yeah.
like they had a good turnout.
It sure did.
Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
Lots of events happening here on Hofstra's campus, and even more news outside.
Let's go now to Michelle Yukovich with our national news. Thank you, Cameron and Lindsay. An investigation by Hong Kong authorities has gone underway after the deadliest fire in 70 years claimed the lives of over 159 people, with 140 of them being identified. The fire ravaged a series of 7 out of the 8 high-rise apartment buildings in the Wong Fu Court. At this time, officials are unaware of how the fire began, but they believe that protective netting and scaffolding being used for renovations allowed the fire to spread between the high-rises. 6 individuals have been arrested on suspicion of deactivating fire alarms during maintenance work of the complex, and more information is soon to come. President Trump signed an executive order last Monday meant to accelerate scientific discovery through the use of artificial intelligence. The program, called, quote, Genesis Mission, is directing the National Labs and Energy Department to build integrated AI platforms. This mission is meant to speed the research and science discovery process by analyzing massive data sets in the science, engineering, energy, and healthcare spaces from the federal government. On November 26th, 2 members of the National Guard were shot and wounded blocks away from the White House in D.C. Sarah Beckstrom, age 20, and Andrew Wolf, age 24, were opened fire on at approximately 2:15 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon. Beckstrom succumbed to her injuries on the following day, and Wolf still remains in critical condition. The suspected shooter, Rahmanullah Lochinwall, was also injured and taken in to be treated. Lochinwall was a former informant for the CIA during the war in Afghanistan. Wolf's father has made no public comment, but did add in his response, quote, just pray for my son. And lastly, the Smithsonian's National Zoo announced on November 24th that the 12-year-old elephant Ni Lin will welcome her first baby. This will be the first time a baby elephant will be born at the zoo in nearly 25 years. They are taking the birth of the elephant very seriously, as these Asian elephants are endangered species. The zoo is currently undergoing routine ultrasounds for the mother to make sure that the baby elephant will be healthy. Ni Lin will give birth to the baby elephant sometime this winter. With your national news, I'm Michelle Yunkovich.
Thank you, Michelle. God, lovely, lovely story.
Baby elephant at the zoo?
It's always nice to have little babies, little baby animals in general, right?
Very cute. I have kittens at home, so I can relate.
You have kittens?
Yes. Oh my God. 2 kittens.
Jealous. We have a cat on at our house here up in New York. He's just the love of my life. He's such a sweetheart.
So precious.
Well, let's move on to another heartwarming story. We'll head over to Amber Bianchi.
She's sitting down with the organizer of the Smile Jamaica Showcase, which is working on fundraising for those impacted by Hurricane Melissa.
Today, I'm joined by Michaela Lewis, the organizer of an upcoming event here at Hofstra, aimed to support those affected by the hurricane that hit Jamaica last month. Thank you for joining us. For students who may not know much about it yet, what will be happening at the event?
Thank you for having me. So this event is called the Smile Jamaica Showcase, and I'm hosting it to advocate for Jamaicans that have been affected by Hurricane Melissa. So this event will be happening next Monday, December 8th from 6 to 8 p.m. in the Student Center Theater. So all tickets will be going to the donation link that goes directly to people who are affected by the hurricane in Jamaica.
And can you explain how you hope to make a difference with this event?
So my goal as a Jamaican American, with both my parents coming from Jamaica and their families being from Jamaica, my mom was born and raised in Jamaica, and she actually grew up with Sean Paul, who's a Jamaican artist, who sent us this donation link so that we're able to make sure that these funds are actually being able to help the people in need. So I really wanted to bring that culture to Hofstra and have people learn more about Jamaica and Caribbean culture as a whole, and also ensure that we're able to have an impact.
And we kind of already talked about it with your lineage, but on a personal level, what does hosting an event like this mean to you, especially given the impact that Melissa has had on the island?
Yes, especially because of the impact that Hurricane Melissa has had on the island. Having the privilege of going to Jamaica and being there as a child growing up, being able to go there every year and being so close with my family and so tied to the culture. This is very heartwarming for me to be able to share that with the Hofstra community and with the wider community of guests that would like to come to the event, to really express how beautiful Jamaican culture is, how much it means to me. Even though I was born and raised here, I'm very tied to the culture and the people, so this means a lot to me, and I would love to really have the Hofstra community immersed in the Caribbean culture.
Yeah, and can you just explain a little bit on how the connection is happening, the donations, kind of like that pathway?
Right. So we do have the direct donation link that was given from Sean Paul to my mother, so that direct donation link will have those funds that are being donated directly to Jamaicans. So the ticket price is $5, so the ticket price will be the donation. So that can either be collected through cash or through Zelle. So we are tabling throughout the Axon Library and the Student Center atrium to be able to collect those donations. So all of those tickets will go directly to the fund.
Thank you so much for joining us and sharing what this event is all about. More Hofstra Today coming up after this commercial break.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
The entertainment world is booming right now.
Here's Angelina Letelier with your entertainment news. Thank you, Cameron and Lindsay. The 4-time Grammy Award-winning artist Ed Sheeran recently took over New York City with Emmy Award-winning director Philip Bartini, starring in One Shot with Ed Sheeran. The 1-hour musical special premiered on Netflix November 21st, with the concert being shot in one take. Instead of taking place on a closed set, they had New York City as their live studio audience. The special featured multiple New York landmarks, camera hand-off to drones, and even a ride on the C train. The White House recently posted a video using Sabrina Carpenter's song, Juno, without her permission to a video showing individuals being detained by ICE. Carpenter spoke out about the video on X, stating, quote, "Do not ever involve me or my music to your benefit to your inhumane agenda." Carpenter, a recent advocate for Kamala Harris, is the latest pop singer to respond to the White House use of her music. Last month, it was announced that this year's lead sponsors for the Met Gala include newly married couple Jeff and Lauren Bezos. There is a widespread debate online as to whether the couple's presence at this event will give initiative to this organization shifting to a millionaire's control. Neither Jeff or Lauren Bezos has responded to online comments about them, and they are still set to sponsor the event that will take place in New York City in May 2026. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives star Whitney Levitt, who just completed her Dancing with the Stars run about 2 weeks ago in the semifinals, announcing her exciting Broadway debut in the Tony Award-winning revival of Chicago. Levitt will be starring as Roxy Hart in the production, stepping into her first professional theater role, starting on February 2nd, 2026, and going till March 15th. High School Musical actor Vanessa Hudgens gave birth to her second baby this past Saturday with her baseball star husband Cole Tucker. Hudgens first announced her pregnancy in July 2025 through an Instagram post of a maternity shoot with her husband. The birth of her child has been something she has been looking for. As Hudgens continues her career, her kids definitely have some work to look forward to watching. With your entertainment news, I'm Angelina Letelier. Back to you at the desk.
Gosh, that Sabrina Carpenter story, I told you, top listened to artist.
You
She's
are
just
a
one of,
Sabrina fan.
I am. She's just one of many though, many artists who are speaking out against the Trump administration. Olivia Rodrigo, you'll note, someone else who spoke out against the Trump administration using her music, Chapel Row, and a lot of the pop girlies.
Lots of artists out there. I
pretty
just
angry.
recently watched the new Cat's Eye documentary.
Oh, that's fun.
It was very interesting. My sister got me on it. It was
A great group. Well, as the season gets colder, keep up to date on the local weather forecast in the local Hempstead community.
Hear all about it after this break.
Ever hear the one about the frog? Put a frog in a pot of boiling water and it'll jump right out.
Here's my resume.
But put a frog in a pot of cool water and slowly heat it up, and that frog will boil. It's a lie. But as a metaphor for us and all that we go through as veterans,
Real-world experience.
it's a story that rings true. We make excuses for how we feel. We push everything down. We tell ourselves the lie that it's easier to stay in that boiling water, to disconnect. And some days, maybe, it is. But you've never been interested in easy. Reaching out is hard. Do it anyway. You're not alone. You've got this. You are not a frog.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Well, there sure is a chill in the air, but don't you worry.
Sahana Shastri has your 5-day weather forecast.
Thank you, Cameron and Lindsay. Now let's take a look at the weather forecast. Today, we will have some sun with a high of 40 degrees and a low of 30 degrees, so make sure to grab your coats. Tomorrow, we'll have some cloudy skies with another high of 40 degrees and a low of 23 degrees. We really are starting to hit that winter weather, so make sure to bundle up. Now let's see how the rest of the week will play out here in Hempstead. On Friday, it will be partly sunny with a high of 32 degrees and a low of 18 degrees. Saturday, there's a chance of showers and a possible chance of light snow in the morning with a high of 39 degrees and a low of 32 degrees. Lastly, on Sunday, the skies will be partly cloudy with a high of 45 degrees and a low of 32 degrees. Hempstead, we sure are getting close to the holiday season and some cold weather. So stay safe and stay warm, Hofstra. That's all for the 5-day forecast. For Hofstra Today, I'm Sahana Shastri. Back to you at the desk.
Well, we talked about it earlier, but there's just so much to celebrate, especially as December begins.
It's a busy month. Hear about how students are preparing for finals before the holiday break.
I am definitely stressed for my finals. I got a big test about all the bugs and drugs, so all the different microbes and all the ways that you can kill them and the ways that they can kill you. We have a big test and it is on Friday. Right after that, I'm looking forward to a nice vacation, but everything hinges on that Friday. I hope I can pass that test.
Am I stressed for finals? Yes. I'm a drama major, so my finals are a bunch of bogus, nonsense weirdness. I gotta make a model and a book? What? I'm paying too much to not do it, right?
I just graduated undergrad, now I'm in grad. And honestly, I never really minded school before. I was just like, this is kind of easy, but grad school is a whole nother ball game.
During the semester, I recharge on the weekends with my friends. It reminds me that there's people in the world who really love me, and it's not all exams and books and stuff like that.
How do I de-stress? Yo, I just try to take a nap and watch some TV. Don't watch a stressful show, though. I can't do Shameless when I'm de-stressing.
Every weekend, I kind of just, stay to myself. I'll be in the crib. That new Stranger Things season's been hitting, so.
Definitely looking forward to a nice break. I'm gonna see some family, some friends.
I'm just excited to be done, excited for the Christmas season, to see my family again, to have home-cooked meals again. Just had Thanksgiving, I'm already missing Thanksgiving. Now it's back to student center food.
I love being home with my dog and whatever, my stupid dog, but, I'm also gonna love being back. It's a win-win for me.
Gosh, I'm excited to be back home with my stupid dog as well.
And the good food. I miss the Thanksgiving food. We're back to the stew food like you were saying.
I had a fried turkey for the first time ever, the one where they drop it in the big pot of boiling oil.
You have to be careful.
Very careful.
Yeah.
My uncle did a great job with it.
Good.
It was really, really good.
Crispy.
It was crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside.
Delicious.
I really appreciate it.
We do Thanksgiving dinner all over again at my family for Christmas. Oh. So it's like round 2.
I love it. We only do ham for Christmas, unfortunately.
That's a traditional one.
So what are some holiday traditions you're looking forward to?
Well, every Christmas Eve, we go to our family friend's house, and all the kids sit on the floor, and we listen to a kid's story.
God, that just sounds lovely.
It does.
Well, Lindsay, that's all we have time for today.
So sad. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Hofstra Today.
We'll see you in the spring semester with our next episode. For now, that's all at and around
Hofstra Today.